What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be looking at brand new gameplay visuals and awesome tools. That's the Fateless game's newest title. So we're going to have a raw reaction because I've been waiting to do this video. And as well, if you're not looking, we are representing the brand new I Stand With Asgard. If you guys didn't know, we've already showed off the merch already. And if you want to purchase the merch, there will be a link in the description down below. And you can help me out and help yourself out. Get 10% off with my content creator code at the checkout. So why not help yourself to some Godforge merch, right? So with that, let's dive into the raw reaction, right? Because we're trying to figure out what's going to be going on here, and we will at times, guys, take it frame by frame. So if we need to, we can have a really deep dive into today's video. So with that, smash a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's dive in. So Fateless crew, what have we got for us today? And one thing, we need to put the headphones on. That's me being slacking here. Let's get the headphones on, otherwise I ain't hearing anything here. We've got Simon.
February, which means one of the founders, Sham, is on his way to Vegas right now for DICE, which is an event where basically a lot of the gaming leaders.
This is pretty cool. I wonder if this is to do with actually DICE, right? It is. It's to do with the company who I believe took over Battlefield back in the day. Really big studio. So really interested to see what happens here with Sham at the DICE Summit. I mean, really cool. Really cool shout out there to that event.
You know, like, I really want to go back to Vegas, but we're not.
I've never been to Vegas, but I would love to. I would so love to.
We are closing our investment round this month, which means that a new build has been developed.
Ooh.
Sort of talk through the build, where it's at so far with that group.
We're liking it. We're liking it. We're liking everything we're seeing right now and hearing.
It's come along over the last few weeks.
The one thing I'm going to ask, I'm going to pause it right here. Simon or Susie or someone who's watching this video and we're at this point, can I just ask, as a content creator, and I think a lot of the other content creators would really love this too, I don't know what this background is, but can I get this? Can I get just this is so nice, just this static background, even without the Godforge, and I could figure out how I wanted to place it myself, but just the background, like, I love it. And like, if we put it in like 1080p here,
to make a lot of
we're definitely gonna see it in its full glory now. So we need to pull back there. I saw you, Simon, going quick. Let me go. We gotta put our Sherlock Holmes on here. So we've got the Night Realm Defender, and we're gonna let obviously Simon talk about it in a second. He seems to be a brawler, so that's kind of his class, and he's on the good side in the order. But on the left side, you can see there's a load of different knights. I wonder why there's so many knights. It's interesting to see level 1, level 2 on them. We got a mummy there and level 3 gold. So that must mean uncommons max out at like level 3 tier, whatever that means. And then you got your star rating attached to the after, which is your level. And then we've got the other heroes on screen too. And I'm gonna see where this video leads before we go too in depth. Let's see. Oh, I like the design. It's nice. Oh yeah, I like that too. Let's do this frame by frame, because people don't appreciate the little things. And if you want to do this as well on YouTube, a little tip and trick here, you just need to press the full stop button, and you can move the video frame by frame. Obviously, by the arrows, you can move it by 5 seconds too. So now we're in where we can see this camera movement coming in, and it is smooth. Look how this is. Remember, going frame by frame. And there's no motion blur, there's no distortion. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And especially if you take a still frame here, look at this still frame of the night, like the night here. And you can actually see the detailing they've got. Obviously the lighting coming down, how it's bouncing off, creating shadows. And shadows is really important. People don't really understand You need shadows and light in everything. Even me as a content creator, when you're trying to make yourself look good, like some people say, Sneaky, you have a really good camera. It's not really about my camera. My camera is pretty cheap. It's the lighting, right? I've got different lights on me, which is creating, as you can see, these shadows, and that's giving you the depth that you need and your eyes need to actually perceive things. And in game, you need that too. And I'm actually liking what we're seeing here. The only thing I would add, and I'm guessing this is obviously new build, and in the end build we would probably see this, but literally I would love around these feet area where my mouse is kind of circling right now, I'd love some sort of shadow, just obviously a shadow just to sell it. It'll give you that little bit. Even you will be so surprised on how much a small sort of shadow will sell it. And maybe you can obviously change that in the graphics detailing, right? Ooh, look at that. That's a nice freeze frame. Look at the detail we've got there. Even like you can see the leather in between the plate of the knight here. Really nice. Let's take this frame by frame and see what we get access to, because you'd be surprised that some angles will give you a lot of understanding on the detailing that they've got into. So especially like the shield, right? You can see with the shield they've got the the indentation here, and it's being sold because of the light coming down. It's coming down over from this left to right side, and you can see how it's casting that nice reflective shadow. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Real kind of like close up of your toys, your hero.
Oh yeah, my toys.
Get it feeling good.
I love that.
I'll show you the Nubian warrior.
A Nubian warrior. So that's the other one we just saw. That was the portrait for him in the thing. So that's someone I've not seen before. He looks amazing, by the way.
I'm going to show you one of the funniest.
He looks sick. I wonder what this hero's kit is, because this hero looks, even though he's a like common hero, the tattoos, like if you zoom in here onto his chest piece, you can see obviously the jewelry, obviously the plate and the necklaces and stuff with the cloth, but actually the subtle tattoo that's on his skin there, obviously representing the Aru faction and obviously the Egyptian roots where this hero is based from. I actually really like it. Really like this.
Disgusting bugs I think I've seen so far.
There's a bug.
Second, actually.
Oh no, Simon, don't do this. Oh yes. See, this is one hero, but I really loved the design on. And the thing is, I were on the podcast recently and we was discussing my favorite heroes, and I didn't mention Dagonet because things kind of like changed over time for me, but he is in my top 3. I just love his whole jester design. He looks kind of creepy as hell, and I do wonder the direction the game goes, because I'm just saying, if they've got all these different heroes and stuff, maybe in the future there's like seasonal passes where you could, earn a free-to-play skin, and then obviously you can pay the spender side and then an additional skin on top. No buffs or all, but just ways to make your different heroes look cooler and just, have that little bit of a bit of ego, a little bit of extra in the game. I think a lot of people would love to see, these different themes, like a Halloween theme of gods that they've got, and a Christmas theme, and a Thanksgiving theme, and an Easter theme, right? You could go all day with potential themes down the road. So I would love to see that potentially come to the Godforge. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's keep watching the video.
What I'll show you is like how we get in good motion in cloth and making sure that we're not getting a ton of clipping.
Okay. Let's rewatch that. I like how Simon's asking about that. So what he's trying to showcase here is the animation, the idle animation of cloth, because it's really hard to kind of sell something like cloth without realistically wind in display. So you have to kind of showcase it through the motion of the character, right? So when we go frame by frame here again and allow this to get into the position we need it in, you can now start to see, if we go frame by frame, how the tips, it's just the tips of that cape is technically, I believe it's its own rig. They're probably some separate anchor points here, and they're moving on one, like axle, while this whole cape is attached to the character, which is moving on a different axle, and whatever happens at the top is almost rippling down onto the end point. So you can see here now, if we get over, he has a really good job at just letting it statically stand here, so you can see what we're talking about. So this is him now in momentum and moving away from the character. And as you can see, as force moves over, it starts to push it to the tip, right? And that's really important, especially his mouse showcasing the exact points that we're discussing here. I do like that. And it's little things like this, guys, that really just showcase, like, the team here at Fateless are really taking pride in the little things. Like, it's the little things that really do sell the overall product of even just a character design, right? Because if you just had someone that just kind of stood there static and things weren't moving, you kind of look at them like, why is there a 3D rendering of them almost, right? You need to give them life, and when you give them life in the game, you will always be rewarded, I feel like. And this is a big W for me, I'm just saying.
Compared to what you might see.
So let's see where we keep heading. Ooh, what's this? Lady. Oh, whoa.
Compared to what you might see in other games.
Lady Zoc, consort of Yaxhalin. So, ooh, I like this. This is a really cool concept. She's an Order Slayer. Interesting. And in the kind of area over on that side, where if you point correctly on the camera, we've got Guan Yu Dagonet, this character. We've got another character there that I believe he might show us in the video later on. Another two of this hero, and then I believe that's one hero. Remember, I want to say it's not Hemotep, but I forgot what his name is. Everyone knows him. Everyone's gonna slap me in the comments for not remembering him, but we've done a video on him myself on the channel. Just I'm gonna be honest, I'm not an Aru fan, guys. I'm Team Asgard. Team Asgard. Remember, I'm standing with Asgard. So I can't wait to see whenever more Asgard leaks come out. So let's see where this goes. Okay. Guan Yu, okay.
One of the tools I'm going to show you is going to represent him. Not all of the backgrounds and stuff are correct, by the way, at the moment, but we're getting heroes into build so we can just kind of like see how they feel and look.
I like that. Oh, big screen here. Now, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we've got Guan Yu, and we know he is a rare hero. We've got the archer here we already seen before. I don't know who that hero to the left is. I know Rage would have a really good guess here. This could be someone like Achilles, or potentially even the Messenger of Gods, right? In the Greek mythology. So it could be a variety of different heroes, or even just legends in that regard, or even maybe Icarus. Maybe it's Icarus. That could be a cool call, because I can see, I think, the wings in the background of that. So that could be actually Icarus there that we're seeing. And if it is, oh boy, I'd be interested to see where he goes, right? And we've got these legendary heroes here, so I want to see where these go and what we get in this video.
A couple of...
Ooh, and we've got even... Ooh, this. Ooh, Osiris. Ooh. Yeah, boy. Bro, look at those pecs, man. He's got... He has been to the gym, guys, and he does not miss a single day. Oh, my God. Lord of Silence. Osiris. Epic Order and a brawler. So that gives me a couple of ideas, right? Because obviously we're most likely not going to get to see any of his kit here. And if we do, I'm going to be like, thank God. But Lord of Silence, he's going to obviously be some sort of CC Silence tank, because he's a brawler, right? So he's not going to be like a super tank where he can just taunt enemies and obviously get away with it. He might be one of those ones that obviously has a high HP pool, but instead of having a higher defense, he has a bit more higher attack, right? So if you can imagine playing like a League of Legends game, he's more like a bruiser, right? So those type of like Jax heroes, you know, Darius and stuff like that, compared to a super tank like Yorick or even like Ornn, which is a really cool example. And hopefully I'll maybe edit those on screen so you guys can have a little reminiscence of playing the good old toxic League of Legends back in the day. But coming back into Cyrus, loving it, absolutely loving it. Those wings.
The Green Knight's in.
Ooh, Green Knight's in. Oh, hell yeah. Let's, oh bro, I want to take this frame by frame. Oh wow. Man, the detailing they've really gone into for these heroes are crazy. Like, do you know what this really reminds me of? Anyone who's played on like the Xbox 360 or maybe on the PlayStation and maybe on PC, Oblivion, dude. And remember that ebony armor had that really cool, you know what I mean? Like, it was this weird pattern and it gives me that feel, and it's honestly again making me happy. It's almost like nostalgic, almost hitting these little tick boxes I didn't even know I needed in my life. Like, oh my god, look at that. Yes,
this is like one of the best heroes, honestly, for me.
Yeah, 100% agree, Simon. Oh my lord, that sword, that claymore too, bro, that claymore. Ooh, Shamash. Legendary Invoker. Okay, so we've got some sort of support style hero here. So Invoker, I'm assuming is going to be some sort of buff or debuff style based hero. He's got Flames of Truth as his name, so maybe he's going to be doing like damage over time, burn effects, 2 different heroes. And on top of this, we've got a bunch of legendary heroes here, so I'm just gonna let the video play out.
Look at that.
Oh wow, look at, yeah, literally look at that. That is amazing. I love that. Oh, this might be Asgard. I absolutely love you guys, but this is like a close second. Like, these guys look so good. Like, I think this is to do with like potentially like the Hindu one, right? The Hindu mythic gods. So oh yeah. Bro, we gonna get like Gilgamesh or something? Bro, if we get Gilgamesh, oh no. Look at him! He's like, what's up, dude? Yeah, no, bro, he's a bad man.
Very cool, very cool.
Definitely very cool. He's a bad man right there.
Work to be done, polish, all that type of stuff, but this is the one I've actually
Ooh.
just got the asset done for the portrait. But this is probably the worst bug I've seen so far.
Okay.
Like, made me actually feel a bit sick.
Sphinx, Guardian of the Stars. What's going on? I'm so sorry, man. Oh, that's so funny. Look at the eyeballs. Apart from that, amazing design. I can't take it serious though. Those wings, actually, do you know what? I'm gonna do myself a favor. I'm gonna cover up the face. I'm gonna use my hand here and cover up the face and actually talk about the wing, because I'm gonna be honest, those wings look beautiful. I like the fact they've actually nailed, and this is another really hard thing I think to nail, is technically like texture work on animals, right? Getting these feathers to look like they do, and how they've got the layers as well staggered down. I'm really liking this whole design here. Really cool. Sphinx, love it, love it.
Anyway, let's show you.
Oh, okay, so now we've got the menu. So if you guys remember, we did do the whole Friday leaks, and we went through all the different visual arts and how some of these could be potentially what's going to be the UI that they finished on. And you saw towards the end of it, this was the UI it looked like they ended up going with. And now we're seeing the next part of it, which is actually the animations, and I'm liking it. So we get the special event, there's passes, so you can see obviously that's kind of like the shop and store area. You got explorations, the Forge Wayland, the Godforge, the market, the well, so you're going to be doing whatever there. The clan hall, oh yeah, we've got a clan hall, baby, feeling good. Campaign, inventory, and then the battle menu. And the battle menu you can see has tower, dungeons, arena, bosses, and campaign. Oh yeah, baby. I can't wait for this game now. Like, this is what I've been waiting for, I think. Just like a game that's kind of like where you could just spend time and just do different things, especially in arena. That's going to be interesting. And I wonder when they introduce, hopefully, I'm asking, please deliver on that draft game mode. Give me that in season 2 or season 3, wherever that comes. Just give me it, please, because I will be on this game 24/7 when that comes out, because I love the fact that you could potentially be drafting and playing PvP against different players with all the different heroes in the game. So let's see where we go with this. I really like the actual UI. It looks nice. Do you know, the one thing I would recommend, maybe because obviously this is just the first instance, but these little bits here, so you can see how you got these little glowy villages, right? What I would recommend, if you could, is maybe have these actually like glowing, like actually emitting something, because at the minute, as you can see, this is obviously only the first iteration. I'm expecting that, but if those kind of like emitted a little bit of light, and then you can imagine here with the Godforge, you had this beam that went up, and all you could see on screen, especially here, was the animation of the dust like falling down. It gives it that little bit of life. Right? And you could even take it a little bit extra, right? Which could be even cooler depending on what you wanted to do in the game, right? Where maybe over time, where on these little wall ridges, you just have a little passive, animations of people kind of walking by, and maybe later down the line, some of the gods that you've have, like, you see them walk out of the Godforge and they're around, and maybe townspeople are all around them, so it kind of gives you that notification to click them, and maybe just get some like rewards, like some free gear or for some free stamina or something. Do you know what I mean? But that'd be really cool, just to give it that little bit of life, right? Because I really do like this first iteration of the UI we've got here so far.
Some of the other content creators for Godforge, they were sent some assets of the direction we're going with the Sanctum area and that type of stuff. So definitely go and check out some of the other content creators. I've seen videos from Adhocs, from Ragewood, from Adventures of Adam. I think Mad Kappa did one.
I know he's seen mine. There's so many others. I know he's seen mine because with my video, I asked him could he just watch it before, because I had a really cool idea, but I didn't know how to nail it, and he just came back with a nice quick review. He was like, I love like the energy and stuff, but the idea could be presented better. And you guys probably guessed it was to do with the scroll, on how I was making it appear and then like come across the screen with a little bit of extra lore to the hero, right? If you wanted to have a little bit of interest, you could have paused it and just read a little bit of quick wiki on that, right? So big shout out to Simon for watching and helping make that Fateless video too, because it was a really good video at the end of the day. But let's go back into the UI. Well, there was a lot here, so I need to go back. He's going crazy here. So we've got the menu, and this is obviously all of the different areas that you can go into. It's just really nice to see. Obviously, they've all got their kind of theme for where they're from, which is really interesting, right? So you can see Asgard looking fly. I cannot wait to get in there. But then you get into Kajiki, so you're seeing kind of the stage-by-stage layout. So interesting. And again, I'd like to see, hopefully, even like in the future, right? These veins you've got here could be emitting a little bit more light. Like they could be like lava. Like imagine like if you're looking at, I would say like a Deathwing model, right? That's the closest thing I could go to. And you're looking between his plates of Deathwing's just model, and you can see these crevices of just his pure energy coming out. Like I would love to see that in here, and maybe these, you know, lanterns occasionally floating up into the sky. Who knows, right? But I'd love to give it a little bit of life if you're able to, when it comes into things. But overall, loving it. So we've got him selecting some heroes here.
I don't know if Shamash will even work in battle right now, actually. But you can see, like, the game is actually feeling...
Who
like
is this? Is this...
which is very, very cool. So, yeah, Sham's...
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, Simon! What have you just done to me there, my mate?
But you can see, like, the
game
is actually feeling like a game at this point, which is very...
So he's got the passive ability. So these icons obviously aren't in. So if you guys are wondering why that it's got UBC, that's probably like ultimate. They've probably just like passive ability, like your main A1, and this is kind of like your charged A2 ability. That's kind of the way they might have just formatted it on screen. But whoa. This looks amazing though, by the way, just like the background. Like this is what I'm hoping to see, you know, in the UI. So if not Simon there, but if we were looking frame by frame in the background, I want you to pay attention, and I'll even zoom in. So there's a kind of just me and a little bit of the background in there. I want you to pay attention to like how the dust particles, right, are moving in there. And that just gives that, you know, the 3D image of the world that we're playing in, that little bit of life that it needs, especially on the far end when it comes to... Oh, we're pressing the wrong button there. When it comes to just giving it, you know, like I said, life at the end of the day. So let's keep going.
He's showing off the build. He's got it on his
5 minutes in, guys. 26-minute video. Oh my god, it's gonna be a long one. But I'm loving this so far. And if you aren't loving it, you know what to do. Smash like, comment, and subscribe.
That's been developed by one of our animators.
Okay.
Honestly, like a lot of these guys are industry vets, and you know the team in the animation and the kind of like tech
are crazy.
This tool that's been developed is absolutely nuts. So first, what we're going to show you is this is how the different cloths animate originally before the tool was working. And you can see where her legs are like clipping through.
Yeah. And that was one thing I was bringing up in my videos, and we used to, again, break it frame by frame. And that's no fault of, obviously, you know, I would say the devs are all, that's just because it was so early on, they were just trying to get things together, right? And they understood, okay, this is, you know, here's a prime example where it's clipping through because you haven't got the almost like the barriers in between, and or either just more layers technically, or more polygons to allow it to move around the muscle object. So
everything that could be cloth on someone here, the cape's just like going into them, and
yeah,
flipping all over the place for your heroes. So,
and to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, better than me. I would love one day that I was able to do that, and if I was, you know, making 3D models, I'd be so proud of that for my first go.
All of these different kind of like loops of manipulation, I guess, of the different forms, and he's able to utilize the tool that he's built with these kind of rings.
There we go.
The hoops, as we go through different kind of like stances, different movements, and it actually gives the animators a ton of freedom, of quality control, I guess. So
yeah,
just kind of like pulling out.
Love it.
Slightly, it's quite subtle. The initial setup of it takes a decent amount of time, but then
once it's done, it's done.
Actually, we get like the smoothness of visual. So again, you can see like clipping piece of leg coming through there, some of the thigh.
I love how Simon's just doing it in the background. He's in the trenches. Love it.
To a point where he's done it for all of the different elements here. I'll go towards the end. Same animation that we saw at the start, but now
Much better. Look at that.
Movement that isn't going through the body all over the place. Absolutely.
Much better. Love it.
I don't know if you can appreciate how
Look at it.
Because maybe my like voiceover is not good enough, but it's a brilliant.
It's, you guys really don't appreciate it. And it's these little things that really make, like I said, the game, right? So when we were talking about the dagger net earlier on, and if you kind of just like kind of push it into the 5 seconds, this is where we were talking about having the physics of where something starts and then the energy going from A to B, like you know in day-to-day life, right? And having all this control on just how you can see now frame by frame. Look at this. Like, this is just plain. It looks like flat. This honestly looks like a RuneScape cape. Let's just be honest. This is what we imagine on the before. That's RuneScape, right? But even on the after, you can see how even in the engine, it's creating shadow, and that is giving you that depth that you need. That gives you the life of the actual fabric. And I'm loving this. I'm absolutely nerding out here, and I'm sorry. I bet you Simon's loving this video because he does like it when I break down things frame by frame. So big shout out to Simon for making me actually do these type of videos again, because I thought, why not go for it again? And this is amazing, frame by frame. We're going again. Look at this. We're just gonna take a second to appreciate, like, here again, how you're watching the energy come down and push basically away towards my head, and it's gonna extirpate, right? And it's gonna flick the whole cape, and it's just beautifully done. Look how beautifully done that is. And then it comes back into the original state, which we saw back at the beginning, which is the RuneScape kit, which is fine for a frame because, as you can see, it's already moving into something else, which is what you want. Absolutely great. I'm saying, I'm not going to say 10 out of 10, because if you say 10 out of 10, that means nothing can be improved. And everyone will say, and I'm an engineer myself, nothing's perfect, and you can always improve it somehow, even if it's one video at a time, one little edit, that one little bit of extra each video, right? So I'm loving this, loving this. So we're going to just keep playing through a little bit. I just want to keep looking and seeing if I spot anything really interesting, especially like here, actually. This is going to be quite hard to spot, but if we're looking at this model, the after model, we're going to be looking at actually the joints, because you can see the model actually has some really good anchor points on these joints here, and this is going to allow, again, a lot more movement, allowing you to actually really sell motion like at something, because a lot of the time it's hard to sell motion that goes in, and then that energy has to go forward and leave at some point. It can't just stay where you're at. It just doesn't work. So it's nice to see this when you're looking at the momentum now. Look at the momentum build up, and how even now you got then, ooh, that was really good. The little twist. They got a little twist in the hip there. Look at that. That little easy twist to kind of wind it up. So you're going for that big hit, and look, and it's going to come out and follow through beautifully. Oh, yeah. I'm loving that. 10 out of 10 on that one. Oh, wow.
Brilliant tool. What's awesome, because maybe I
just want to watch that in full.
It's not good enough, but it's
look at that. That's so good, man. That's so good.
Niko from our art team. He's produced this tool to support all of our artists, and he's going to talk you through the work that he's been putting in over the last couple of weeks to really give us that body type diversity. This one's awesome. Enjoy.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm joking. I'm joking. My guy's packing.
Today, I'm gonna be showing you what we've been working on for the past week and a half. So up until now, our 2D and 3D character artists have been working with what is essentially a single body type for both our male and female base meshes. So what we want to do now is have a wider variety of body types to work from.
Yes.
For our characters.
This is good. This is really good, because that means you can imagine, right? What they're talking about at the moment is, if you got to think about it, this is like the main body type they've got at their disposal. And yes, they can technically make the muscle a bit bigger and smaller and again around and kind of make it work, but at the essence, like the whole model is going to be tied to these same points when it comes to motion. And it does put limitations on what you can do creativity, because if you want an animal, you want a even a dwarf, right, or someone that's like like a gnome that's got some maybe really extravagant features, or you're going for a really weird spacey or alien-like creature, right? You really need the ability to morph it now and have these different model frameworks that definitely work to your advantage. So I want to see where they go with this. This is super interesting for me, especially for development.
I thought it was a cool idea to show you the principle behind these blend shapes. So here we are in Maya.
Yep. We used to have to use Maya back in college, and I can't believe this is actually being used today. I probably don't know too much about it now, unless it's the same layout, but how you could like extrude and stuff, the different panels and shapes.
So what we're going to do now is tell the program, please interpolate between these two states of the same object. And the program knows how to do that because of the information that they're sharing. So what I can do now, what I've done in preparation to this small demo, is create these blend shape layers. So with blend shape layer A, I can tell the object to morph into the sphere, or tell the object to morph into the C shape.
Okay.
Is that once you have all of these layers set up, you can actually
do it together. That's really cool.
So now you can see that I'm getting a result, a combination of both layers. Now this is the exact same principle that we're going to be using for our characters. So now with that knowledge, we can take a look at our character base mesh template project. And here you see the base mesh that we've been using so far for all of the large male characters in our game. And to the right, you see a blend shapes window containing the blend shapes for the female and the male base meshes, both the standard version and the large version.
Okay.
We'll be taking a look at the male large version now. So let's focus on this specific base mesh, which is our male large base mesh. And let's play around with its blend shapes.
Let's do it. Let's have some fun.
The other blend shapes so that we can clearly see what we're going to be working with. And as you can see here, one of the layers is already being used. This is our muscle layer. The layers range from thin to large. So let's say that we want a thinner guy with some muscle mass. So we're already using the muscle slider.
Okay.
We want that much muscle, something like this. Maybe we want a larger guy with some muscle definition there. So as you can see, these blend shapes really allow us to quickly
makes sense.
The body types that we want for our game, while sticking to the constraints.
It's literally like I mentioned, guys, you've got to remember, like, you guys have probably experienced this before in certain games, right? When you're able to just freely customize potentially your character's facial features, right? And all the eyebrows, and just have really go to town on how they look, right? That's all that they're doing here, but they're able to use this to their advantage now to obviously create more accurate models for their heroes and gods that's going to be coming into the game. Ooh, yeah, I love the frame. The frame. It's weird. This is the one thing, even for me, that I used to love, because when you see framework, you actually start to understand how much detailing they're going into, especially this. This is really nice to see, because the one thing you can do later down the line, and this is how obviously you get better 3D models, is like how they're able to take advantage of either adding more, like just a single line, and being able to, change it and make it bounce off light differently, and again interact muscle density. You can body form it however you like, but I like to see this framework. Let's see what we're doing with it. Hold on.
All of these layers. So each and every single one of these points
yes
being translated to another location.
Yes, I love it.
Y and Z planes based on
You could, in theory, what they could do right now, guys, is basically grab like these points down at the bottom of the feet, and they could make like hobbit-like feet, and then kind of grab these points and almost like squanch them down proportionally correct to the hero, and then choose how they want, again, everything in position. And on top of that, what you can also do with the framework, and I wonder if he's going to show it in this depending on the model, but you could again highlight and grab certain points like the head and certain points of the neck and like position it more forward and movement, so these muscles would then move down and change in position too. So I really love to see this. Honestly, this is like my nerd, my geeking out coming out. Oh god, it's a long video. I'm sorry, guys, but I love this type of stuff.
when I go to my outliner, I can actually show you
Oh yes.
what the program is doing. It simply is interpolating between mesh A and B.
Wow.
Okay, so now we are in
Oh,
Smash, and this is where all
Mortal
the characters
Kombat.
were created, and it is
Finish
also
him.
the first all of the structural detail that you see on our models. This is the male large base mesh that you
Okay.
saw, now with
We're
all
liking
those
it.
details on top. And as you can see here to the right, we have the exact same layers that you saw in Maya, and that we can play around, turn on, dial up or down.
Yeah, May is a
Now,
crazy
all of the details
program.
on top.
Damn.
What is also really cool is
Jeez!
blend
You can make a
shapes
colossal titan.
for 3D
Mate, imagine that, a colossal titan. Attack on Titan theme. I'm joking, don't do it, but imagine.
I really hope you enjoyed taking a look.
That was really good. Really, really good. I enjoyed all of that. Even the big T-post man in the back. He's amazing.
So that is going to do it for this week's video.
Oh,
Hope you enjoyed it.
wow.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Like following the Godforge.
Yes, guys, remember, smash a like, comment, and subscribe to the official video. It's going to be in the link down in the description down below. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can do so. It's been a super long video. And if you want to support me in particular, your favorite content creator, because you've watched it all the way to the end, you can do so, because obviously the official merch store for Godforge on the official Fateless website is live, and you can use my content creator code, get 10% off on your checkout. And why not do that? Because I've even done it representing the Asgards, and maybe you can represent Asgards with me, or maybe your other, favorite faction in this video that we're gonna quickly have another highlight, because I just want to kind of summarize this video, because I've made it super long already. It's going over 40 minutes, but there's some really interesting things I really like to talk about, right? And maybe we do a video with like Ragewood or something, where we can go deep dive with him on all of these screens, because there is so many different heroes on here that you're able to basically see throughout the video, which is very interesting indeed, because it gives you a very good idea at, even for potentially beta players and stuff in the future, that you've already got, look at like a good handful of heroes already in the game for you to already start playing with. And to be fair, there's going to be a lot more, I'm guessing, in the beta for you to be playing with, right? So I'm very liking the additions here, especially these 3D animations. Really nice models here for the heroes. And then what I really liked too, obviously, is the menus. I'd like to see how this does develop later on in the Godforge cycle. And then we talked about, oh, we nerded out on the good old polygons here. I love a good old polygon and framework part of the video. So big shout out to, I think it was Niko, he said, who's been working on that side of things. So yes, man. With that, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. That has been me, MrSneakyy, covering the brand new latest video on the Fateless crew. This has been the new gameplay visuals and awesome tools they've had. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. So smash like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky, guys. Peace out.